You know what? Ndimhle. I even looked at the mirror. I was like, you know what, girl? Umhle, ndimhle. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Nkosinomalizo. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're watching this on my Facebook page, hey boo boo. So today I'm going to be talking about the things that I would love to know, or I wish I know in my 20s. Okay, because I'm in my 20s and all these things I wish I would have known them before I reached my 20s. Okay, yeah. So the first thing that I wish I knew is that, like, just because toxicity run in your family, it doesn't mean that like it should also run in your generation or your family. Okay, there are people who have like toxic traits, not necessarily toxic. There are things that are toxic that they run in your family. I don't feel like just because your family they have certain things that they wouldn't like accept, or they wouldn't like move on with, or they wouldn't like heal when it comes to them. So you should also like bear the grudges along with your family until you carry them to your generation. I don't think it should be that way. I kind of feel like if things they happened in your family, they should stay in your family. You know, some things, they just don't define you. They just don't define who you are. You must know that like you need to be yourself. You need to start your own journey where you are just like pushing yourself forward. You're just being you. You're starting your new journey and your new chapter in life. Because once you're in your 20s, it's most likely that you're no longer in school where you're under your parents. You're just like out there trying to start a new life, or you're trying to hustle, or you're trying to be someone that you don't know that you were, because now you're no longer under your parents' roof, but like you have that freedom to do whatever you wanted to do. Another thing is that like you don't have to entertain fake friends. You don't have to entertain them. I know friends mean everything. They mean a lot. They are everything. Without friends, I feel like it's hard. Okay, it's really hard. You just can't be that lonely cow or that lonely chicken that is always alone. Okay, you need friends in life, but sometimes people can be toxic. Okay, they can be toxic, and if you can't deal with their toxicness, or them being toxic, or with their toxic behavior, just don't entertain them. If it requires you moving on in life without them, just so be it. There are like billions of human beings in this earth. You can make a friend any day and any time that you want. So if you have someone who's just like toxic or fake towards you, move on, girl. Move on. You're still young to be stuck with someone who just don't bring you peace, or who just doesn't build you. I kind of feel like friends should be like the people that builds you. You know, when you're having that conversation with your friends, you learn something from them. You learn something. And even if it comes to, I don't say that like maybe you won't fight with your friends. No, you obviously going to fight. We are all imperfect, you know. And if you are too close with each other, you can get too comfortable with your friends, and then you start like deliling them. Okay, so yeah, at times you will fight with your friends, but like there are times where you feel like, you know what, this is so toxic, this is just so wrong, and it shows how fake people are. I would say just don't entertain them when it comes to their fakeness, or to their toxicity, or toxicness, or their toxic behavior. Everybody is not going to like you. Okay, not everyone is gonna like you. I've been told that like everywhere I go, or everywhere I stay, I do not get along with people. And I know myself, like it's hard for me to engage with people. I find it very hard to engage or to live with different people. I'm just an introvert. I enjoy my own space, my own personal space or privacy more than ever. You would hardly find me having conversations with people, but if I get the chance to be comfortable around you, we can like definitely talk. But sometimes you find those people who wouldn't agree with what you do in life, or who wouldn't agree or wouldn't like what you do in life, you know, or people that like they're always going to be against you. Do you get those moments where you feel like, you know what, this person is always against me, no matter what I do or no matter what I try to do or try to be in life, they are just there to be against me. So yeah, I kind of feel like sometimes you should understand that there are always going to be people who oppose whatever you do, or who oppose whatever you like to do, or how you live your life. So yeah, it's there. It's just something that you can't run away from. So yeah, speak to yourself nice. Oh my gosh, before I filmed this video, I was like, you know what, ndimhle. I even looked at the mirror. I was like, you know what, girl, umhle, ndimhle. You need to speak to yourself so nice. You need to be gentle with yourself. You need to be patient with yourself. Like, be positive. Like, don't always say, I've got afro, I can't even maintain it, it's hard to maintain. No, girl, you gotta be positive. You gotta be nice to yourself, you know. I was like, I'm beautiful with my afro. Like, I look good today, I look cute today, because I'm trying to boost my self-confidence or my positivity, or me being that person who's like, you know what, if I go out there looking like this, even if anyone says something, I don't care, because I know already that like I have already spoke to myself so nice in such a way that like I don't need to hear any negativity, or any negativity won't filter my brain or me or penetrate my brain or whatsoever. I feel so good, and if I feel so good, I feel it, boo-boo. That's how I feel, okay? If I feel so good, I feel so good. So it's important to speak to yourself in a nice way, because sometimes it happens that like we make mistakes, and when we make mistakes, it's hard, it's very very hard for us to be like, ish, I messed up, but you know what, it's okay, let me pick myself up. Usually we just dwell on that mistake, or it's either you cry yourself to bed, or you will be stressed the whole day. It's not okay. It's not okay. Like, you just need to speak to yourself nice in such a way that like, even if you have made a mistake, you know that like it's a mistake, you move on. You're not gonna dwell much on it. You're just not gonna put your mind to it. You're just gonna like move on and be like, you know what, it is what it is. Do not depend on your relatives. Oh my gosh, I wish this I was told while I was still in high school, that like you cannot depend on your relatives. You just can't. You cannot. Okay, they have their own needs. They have their own personal stuff that they need to deal with. So sometimes if you just try to ask for help from them and they can't help, to you it doesn't feel nice. Let's be honest, it doesn't feel nice. You kind of feel like they are just like excluding you, or they're just pushing you away from them. You get what I mean? But like, they just have their own stuff to take care of. They just have their own bargain to take care of. So if you feel like you have relatives to help you, just don't even think about it. Just know that like you have yourself and your family, your close family, or your parents who can help in any way that you need help with. Okay, you need to distance yourself from toxic family. Oh my gosh, family can be toxic. They can be toxic. Like, it's true. I know. Like, you can have a family that's so toxic in such a way that, like, maybe either you have succeeded in a certain way and then they are not happy about it, or maybe you have found your spouse or your soulmates, they are not happy about it, or maybe you have found a new religion, they wouldn't be happy about. Like, do you get what I mean? Sometimes I kind of feel like there's no need for our family to be like, you've made a wrong decision. Every time if you make a decision without them, I kind of feel like it's not fair for them to always judge you or criticize you based on the decision that you made. Because I kind of feel like once you are on your 20s, you are an adult now. Like, you are mature. Like, you are able to take your own decisions, and if whatever decision that you take, you are the one who are going to deal with the consequences. So if, like, there's always someone who is criticizing or judging you based on the way, not the way you live your life, but on the way you do a few changes with your life, or you achieve certain goals, I kind of feel like you just need to distance yourself from certain people, even if it's family. I know it's hard to just distance yourself away from family, because that's the most closest thing to you could ever have. So I know it's very difficult, but, like, try by all means to choose peace over everything. That's what I've always told myself since I've been, I don't know, but I was like, peace over everything. It's what I'm gonna go for. It's what I'm looking forward for. It's my main goal. If something doesn't bring me peace, no matter how close you are to me, I better distance myself from you before it gets worse. Follow your gut feeling. A woman's gut never tells a lie. You need to follow your gut. You know, sometimes you just like be like, I want to study this course, but you're like, hospitality. You know, people, they don't look at hospitality the way I look at it. Being a chef, people wouldn't look at it the way you look at it. But you know deep down that you like this course. You know deep down that, like, that's what you want to do. Now I would say go for it. If your gut feeling says go for it, just go for it. You know, there's nothing that's more depressing than not following your gut feeling, because your gut feeling, I kind of feel like it knows somehow that, like, this is what you need to do for you to get to where you want to be. So sometimes you really do need to follow your gut feeling, because that's what I have learned too, that sometimes you just need to stop asking advice from people, but just be there for yourself and follow your gut feeling. And just know that, like, if you've made the wrong decision, you are the one who's gonna deal with the consequences. Because if someone else just gives you an advice, they wouldn't be there if whatever advice they gave you to go on about, it all goes wrong, they wouldn't be there. Okay, yeah, so I would just say always follow your gut feeling. It just never tells a lie. It's just there to tell you what you need to hear, because that's the inner you, that's your inner self. You know, it's what you want. But if your gut feeling, sometimes it's like, nope, this is not the right thing to do, or this is not the right guy to date, just follow it, because it knows that, like, yeah, you're not doing the right decision, you're not going for the right thing to do. Learn how to budget. I don't know how to budget. I wouldn't be here and act like I know how to budget. I don't know how to budget. I don't know. What helps me is that like I have different source of income. I don't have only one source of income. I don't. Let's be just honest. I can say I have 3 source of incomes that helps me, and they don't come at the same time. The only way that like helped me to budget was my mom. My mom knows how to budget. That woman can live with $200 a month. The way she knows how to budget, where she has bills, she has grocery, she has like transport fee, everything. She can budget, that lady. So she's the person that taught me how to budget. So there are many ways how to budget. You can budget maybe using your account, or you can invest on certain things where you know that you're putting your money there and you're going to get your money back with an interest. There are so many ways to budget. If you would like me guys to do a video about budgeting, I would definitely do it for you. Try to experience a lot of things as you can. If you feel like going to party, just go for it. So you can try a lot of things as you can. I kind of feel like in your 20s, that's when you are still young. That's when you still want to experience more things. That's when you go out and see people. That's where you go and learn things. But I can say, while you are experiencing a lot of things, be careful and be safe. That's what I can tell you. Be careful and be safe, because sometimes you just try to experience certain things and then you end up not where you wanted to be, and then you'd regret. There's nothing that's so depressing than regretting the decisions that you've made, and you feel like, I wish I didn't do certain things the way I did them, you know. So I would say that like, you're still young, do experience a lot of things that you want to experience, and at the same time be careful and be safe. Safety is key. Just make sure that you are safe. Do not compare yourself with others. Oh my gosh, not only do we do that to ourselves, most people grow up in families where they are compared with the kid from that neighbor or the kid from that other street. So I kind of feel like the moment you are in your 20s and you feel like, you know what, now I'm a woman, now I'm a lady, you just need to stop all that nonsense. You just need to stop comparing yourself with other people. You are who you are. You are different. You are beautiful in your own way. You can make your own decisions. You can do whatever you want to do in life without anyone criticizing you or without anyone judging you. Okay, you need to just stop it. And I've seen a lot of women who would be like so stressed, especially when it comes to their relationship, that, oh, my boyfriend is chatting with this person and he's having conversation with this person, and this person is so thick, is so this and that. No, just stop it. Stop it. Learn to love yourself first and accept the way you are, and don't look at other people. Don't look at other people. I can even make an example with models like Miss Universe or Miss SA. When they go to the stage and model for everyone, they don't look behind or okay, this person is wearing this, or this person is catwalking the way no, they just go there and do their own thing. So be that lady, be that woman who just does her own things and who just don't care what other people are doing. Either someone is wearing this and you're wearing that, it's none of their business. You are your own business. You are the one who should mind how you are and how you look and what you are wearing, and be yourself. Stop comparing yourself with other people. Please just stop it. A lot of people just do this thing and it brings insecurities and it brings low self-esteem. Those are the factors that contributes to insecurities or low self-esteem. I can say it's one of them. Whatever you do, make sure that you give it your best. Either like you try to start a business, give it your best. You try to start a new course, give it your best. You start to do a YouTube channel, give it your best. You try to be a social media influencer, give it your best. Make sure that every time you do something that's gonna bring you something at the end of the day, you give it your best, you do it at your best. Those are the things that I've never done in my 20s. I've always been that lazy person who was like, I'm still young, I can still repeat this thing, I can still repeat the module, I can still delete all the videos on my YouTube channel and start all over again. No, don't do that. I'm on Instagram, I can post whatever pictures I want. If I feel like I don't like them anymore, I can just delete them and start. I'm not saying starting fresh is wrong, but make sure that if you do something the first time, you give it your best, you do it 100%, because sometimes time waits for no one. It doesn't wait for anyone. Sometimes the clock is ticking. You'll end up being in your 40s and you still want to go and party and you leave kids at home. And who are you leaving the kids at home with, So like, if you do certain things, just make sure that you do them your best and you excel and you give them your A+, because some other things, they only come once. You'll never see the moon coming during the night and then it goes and then it comes again. No, it doesn't do that. It will wait for the sun to come and then it will come back again. It doesn't happen that way. So yeah, if you come, make sure that you are like the moon. You come and you stay and you give it your best and you show people that you've been there for the whole night, So the moment you come back again, they are like, oh, when is it going to be during the night so we can rest, So make sure that everything you do, you give it your best.